Hello there, you inordinately beautiful person you. This is Chris from TechSpert and I'm here with Google's fresh new Pixel 3a XL smartphone just launched, and it's finally an affordable Pixel handset. Starts at just 469 quid here in the UK, despite rocking very similar camera tech to the full fat Pixel 3. And I'm going to do a side by side with Samsung's Galaxy S10 Plus, because the Pixel 3a XL might not quite match it for specs, but you know what? It is a very solid all-round experience and a damn sight cheaper than Samsung's mighty beast as well. So let's see if the Pixel 3a XL is a solid competitor for the Galaxy. And don't forget, for more on the latest greatest mobile tech, to subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first off, on the design front, as you can see, these are two mighty mobiles. However, the Galaxy S10 Plus does have a front fill-in display. As you can see, there stretches almost to the very edges on all accounts. Unfortunately, that isn't quite the case here on Google's blower. As you can see, the Pixel 3a XL does sport particularly fat bezels up top and down below, so that is a bit of a shame. So while they are very similar dimensions, these two smartphones, the Galaxy S10 Plus does have a 6.4-inch display, whereas you only get a 6-inch panel here on the Pixel 3a XL. And of course, both are a bit beastly when it comes to the old one-handed use. You will struggle really to reach up to the notifications bar and play around with apps, things like that. Thankfully, both manufacturers have at least taken some pity on us. So for instance, on the Pixel 3a XL, you can actually pull down that notifications bar by swiping that fingerprint sensor like so. Definitely handy. And here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, you do actually get a full-on dedicated one-handed mode which shrinks everything down, which is particularly handy if you want to be using apps and stuff one-handed as well. Definitely even better. As for the rest of the design, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is once again the more premium of the two handsets, quite noticeably. You get a nice glass finish, a glossy finish to it as well here on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So the Google Pixel 3a XL, unfortunately, is a polycarbonate finish, but it still feels quite premium though, all the same. You've got an almost metallic style matte design down here that spreads across the bulk of the rear of the handset, and then of course a nice glossy strip up top around by the camera hardware. You can pick both of these smartphones up in a few different hues as well, depending on whether you'd like something a bit more vibrant or just something pretty more standard like black or white. As far as durability goes, thankfully the Pixel 3a XL seems pretty hardy so far. I've had it for about a week, and touch wood, not a single scratch or scuff, despite the fact I haven't had a protective case on it or anything like that. Been bashing it about in bags, pockets, all kinds of stuff. So far seems alright, although if you really want some proper peace of mind, then Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is probably the way to go. It's got a Gorilla Glass construction, so you got Gorilla Glass 5 here on the back and Gorilla Glass 6 on the front, and again, touch wood, so far no real scratches or scuffs on that lovely glossy surface. And for the super paranoid, the Galaxy S10 Plus also boasts full IP68 rating dust and water resistance as well, so you can drop it in a sink, toilet, whatever you want, and as long as you give it a good drying off, it'll be absolutely fine. It's also worth pointing out that both these handsets rock a bit of 3.5mm headphone jack action as well, so you don't need to resort to dongles if your Bluetooth headset dies. You'll have noticed as well that the Pixel 3a XL sports a rear mounted physical fingerprint sensor as well. Works a charm, so when your phone's all locked up and everything, just give that a quick tap, and boom, you're straight into your desktops. On the other hand, here on the Galaxy S10 Plus is actually an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor built into the display itself. It's very fast and accurate, much better than all of the other in-display sensors that I've used so far. Again, just a quick tap of your thumb to that sensor and boom, you're into your desktops. And because it actually takes a 3D image of your print rather than just the usual 2D scan like most in-display fingerprint sensors, it's great even when your fingers are a bit dirty, a bit moist, something like that. As far as the display tech goes, they're both OLED panels, but the Galaxy S10 Plus is a dynamic AMOLED screen. It's far superior when it comes to the likes of contrast and color reproduction, thanks to those HDR smarts. I've actually got HDR 10 Plus smart in here, and of course you do have a stronger resolution as well. It goes all the way up to QHD+. Whereas here on the Pixel 3a XL, it tops off at Full HD+. However, if all you want is a smartphone to kick back with a nice bit of Netflix or something like that, you'll get perfectly good looking results from either of these handsets. So yes, while you can expect those deeper blacks and those really nice natural colors here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, as you can see, the Pixel 3a XL still produces nice, vivid, punchy, good looking images, and it's certainly perfectly crisp enough for all of your video demands with that Full HD Plus resolution. And on both of these blows, you can play around with the color output as well to make it more natural, a bit more vibrant and vivid if you prefer, to get it just the way you like it. And yes, you do get a full stereo speaker output on both the Galaxy S10 Plus and the Pixel 3a XL as well, if you don't want to plug in your headphones. As for the software run on these bad boys, it's a bit of Android Pie, the latest version of Google's Android OS. Of course, you get a couple of bonus features here on the Pixel 3a XL, and then the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is running Samsung's One UI slapped on top. So again, you get some bonus features on here that you don't get on the Pixel. So for instance, one of the Pixel only features that you'll come across is the Activate. Essentially, a quick squeeze of the Pixel phone and you'll load up the Google Assistant. Of course, here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, you not only have the Google Assistant, you've got the Bixby Assistant as well, which can be called up with a quick tap of that side-mounted Bixby button. On the whole, I've got to say I find Bixby a bit superfluous, especially considering you've got the Google Assistant on there anyway. Yes, go away, Bixby. But one of the good features on there is the Bixby routines. And what this basically allows you to do is automate your life depending on your location, the time of day, things like that. It's pretty handy if you want to, for instance, silence the phone at night, if you want to have it silenced whenever you're going into a meeting, stuff like that. But then you do get similar features here on the Pixel 3a XL as well. Diving into the digital well-being section, for instance, you've got the wind down mode, which allows you to automatically have the phone set into the likes of do not disturb, turn on the night light, even grayscale the screen before you get all tucked up with Teddy. I could spend a long time diving into the different software features. Overall, the One UI is slightly more customizable than stock Android, which is great if you want a bit more control over everything. And some of the bonus features such as the game launcher are really good as well. I'll show you more on that in a bit. Because as far as security goes, both of these smartphones will securely encrypt all of your essential information, your password information, all that kind of shenanigans, keep that all nice and secure. Here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, however, you do of course have that ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which is really, really nice. You also have a bit of bonus face recognition as well. Once you've registered your face, all you have to do then is basically press the power button. It will automatically scan for your gorgeous mug, and there you go, you're straight into the desktops again. Very handy if you're wearing gloves or for whatever reason can't use your hands. But overall, while I do prefer Samsung's One UI experience compared with stock Android, here on the Pixel 3a XL you're at least guaranteed 3 years of security and OS updates courtesy of Google, so at least you've got that bit of extra peace of mind. As far as the performance goes, here on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, it's rocking Samsung's own Exynos chipset. You can get it in Snapdragon 855 variety as well. On the Pixel 3a XL, it's a much more mid-range mobile, so more mid-range performance. You get a Snapdragon 670 chipset packed in there, backed by 4 gigs RAM, about half what you get in the Galaxy S10 Plus. So as you can see on the Geekbench for benchmark and performance, it is a lot more limited. That said, the Pixel 3a XL is definitely impressing us as far as the performance is concerned. The everyday stuff is great. The likes of PubG Mobile, quite a resource heavy game, even plays really, really well. And as you can see, it default selects HD and high frame rate as the default settings. And as you can see here, it's a perfectly playable experience. You get a nice smooth frame rate, rarely dips below that sort of 30 FPS. So you very, very rarely see any kind of stutter, judder, anything like that. That said, you can expect smoother performance over the long term with the Galaxy S10 Plus, and of course you do get the benefit of those specific gaming tools using the game launcher feature as well. So for instance, you can block your calls and notifications while you're gaming. You can even record your gaming session and then share it online. All those lovely moments where you blow some noobs' brains to bits. And when it comes to the battery performance, we found that the Pixel 3a XL easily gives the Galaxy S10 Plus a run for its money. Galaxy S10 Plus tends to just about last the day. With quite intensive use, you'll see it dying just before bedtime. Pixel 3a XL, so far, touch wood, it's always lasted a full day, even with plenty of YouTube streaming, good bit of Spotify, and all of that. And that's despite the fact that the Pixel 3a XL actually has a smaller battery, 3700 mAh, compared with the 4100 mAh Galaxy S10 Plus. Because you've got the usual power saving modes and all that smart in the background culling of apps that are sucking your juice without actually being in play. However, when it comes to charging backup, the Galaxy S10 Plus is the superior device. It doesn't have quite as fast a charge when connected via Type-C USB. It's 15 watt compared with the 18 watt charge here on the Pixel 3a XL. But you can charge wirelessly using the Galaxy S10 Plus as well, and you've even got a bit of wireless reverse charging here in the settings as well. If you want to share, wireless power share your phone's energy with another device. As for the storage, well, the Galaxy S10 Plus is again the superior device. It starts with 128 gigs of storage in its base level. You can get it all the way up to a terabyte if you stump up a crazy amount of money for the ceramic version. Here on the Pixel 3a XL is just a 64 gigabyte storage option, no more. You can't expand the Pixel 3a XL using a microSD memory card either, whereas the Galaxy S10 Plus does accept them up to 512 gigs. That said, at least Google has thrown you a bone with the Pixel 3a XL. You do get unlimited photos storage, so unlimited online cloud storage for your photos and videos at full resolution, which I guess is better than nothing. But now onto one of the most important factors, the camera tech. And as you can see, it's a very different setup. Here on the Google Pixel 3a XL, it's a single 12.2 megapixel snapper f1.8 aperture. Here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, it is of course a triple lens setup. I don't know which order these are in, I always forget, but you've got a 12 megapixel primary lens, it's an f1.5 or f2.4, it's actually a dual aperture snapper dependent on the situation. You've also got a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens offering a 2x optical zoom. If we dive into the camera app, you'll see that most of the big features are very similar, but the Galaxy S10 Plus definitely has more functionality as you'd expect. You go into the portrait mode here on the Pixel 3a XL, you've got the similar live focus mode here on the S10 Plus. But as you see, whereas the Pixel just basically blurs out the background in a standard fashion, and you can at least change the depth effect later. Here on the Galaxy S10 Plus, you've got a variety of different effects that you can play around with. Likewise, you get a full pro manual mode here on the Galaxy S10 Plus. You can fiddle around with like the ISO, the white balance, all of that shenanigans. Whereas unfortunately here on the Pixel, it is a lot more limited. You've basically got control over the color temperature, the brightness level, that's pretty much it. With that said, you can at least shoot on RAW format here on the 3a XL as well as the S10 Plus. You also have a dedicated night mode on both, but we've definitely found that the night sight mode here on the Pixel is better than the Galaxy S10 Plus's effort. Even with that f1.5 wide aperture, we find that our shots are generally a little bit overblown at night time. Some of those lighter elements, they look a bit grainy, they're not particularly nice. Whereas here on the Pixel 3a XL, the results with night sight are absolutely stunning, very bright, but still quite nicely balanced, although Huawei is still the true champion. When it comes to everyday photo quality, it is actually really tough to pick a winner here. The Pixel 3a XL produces beautifully detailed shots with nice natural colors, and those really vibrant, vivid natural hues really shine in our test photos. Galaxy S10 Plus exactly the same. We see the Pixel 3a actually has it on HDR shots, produces beautifully balanced snaps thanks to Google's impressive software. The Galaxy S10 Plus again doesn't falter in that way. It's just not quite as gorgeous as the Pixel 3a XL. As for the video chops, so I really can't fault either of these smartphones. The Galaxy S10 Plus again has it on general features. You can shoot HDR ready video, even HDR10 ready video, and you do also have the super slow motion mode as well. Super steady, which is great news if you like to do a bit of filming while you're biking, running, any of that stuff. Great image stabilization on that one. But the image stabilization is solid here on the Pixel as well. You can shoot up to 4K resolution video on either of these smartphones, and the results are very stunning indeed. When it comes to the selfie shooters, you of course get a dual lens snapper here on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So in terms of hardware, it's more impressive. It's a 10 megapixel primary lens, f1.9 I believe it is, backed by an 8 megapixel depth sensor. Here on the Pixel 3a XL, it's just a single 8 megapixel f2.0 aperture lens. As you can see though, you get more of a pulled back kind of viewing angle here on the Pixel. You can actually flick to goofy mode or whatever here on the S10 Plus, where it's a bit more similar, a bit more pulled back, but you can fit in lots of background or lots of faces, whatever you prefer. And of course you do have a bit of portrait mode action using that front facing camera. Of course you've got the dedicated depth sensor here on the S10 Plus, but we found the Pixel does just a strong job on those portrait shots, blurring out the background with pretty accurate edge detection thanks to Google's great software. Of course you do have the funky effects here on the Galaxy S10 Plus as well, if that's your bag. And so that in a nutshell is Google's Pixel 3a XL versus the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. As you can see, the Samsung unsurprisingly offers a bit more grunt and some more sexy hardware, such as that HDR10 Plus ready display compared with the Pixel, but the Pixel for 469 quid more than holds its own in several other areas. The battery life we found is slightly better here on the Pixel. The camera tech is absolutely fantastic, especially at night and in HDR situations. Definitely get our nod. And you know what? The display might not be quite as sexy as Samsung's, but it's still perfectly fine for just watching a bit of Netflix, bit of YouTube, something like that, and your everyday web browsing and other shenanigans. So we definitely wholeheartedly recommend this handset if money's a bit tight. Otherwise, if you demand the best of the best, then you can't really go wrong with the S10 Plus. Some solid hardware and some lovely software too. So thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to comment down below on which one you would personally prefer and why. And poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest mobile tech. Cheers!